Hello and welcome back. We're now going to look at the different settings that I said we'd look at. And the customization of some of the plugins. So we'll start in alphabetical order. Contact form 7. Settings, there isn't really very much to do here. Basically there's already, it sets up a contact form and it gives you what it calls a short code. So we copy and paste that, go across to pages, click on add new, and we're going to go for a contact form. Just call it contact, copy and paste that in, come down to the Yoast plugin, because if we leave it without changing it, it will put the site title in as well, meta description, contact. Again, because otherwise, and you'll see with Yoast, we'll cover that in more detail, but that's that. Just off screen there's a button called Publish, and once you press that, view page, as you can see, contact form, and that will then go off. Now the other thing there is leave a reply, so we need to change that. So go back to edit page, and across the top right is a thing called screen options. Open that, and it'll be as either discussion or comments, I never remember which. So clicking that, right, okay, down the bottom there's a bit that says allow contacts, allow comments. Get rid of that basically. Click on an update button, which is just off screen, so it changes. The first time you post it'll be a publish, and then it's update. And what that does is it gets rid of the edit things there because I'm logged in. But other than that, it gets rid of comments because you don't really want comments on a contact page. So that's the first one. We'll come back to the dashboard and plugins. Exclude pages from navigation, nothing needs to do in there. Jetpack Lite, nothing needs to do in there. Limit login attempts, I tend to leave as default. You'll find it across somewhere in settings. Limit login attempts. Basically what it does, it allows them 4 times to try. If they haven't, this also applies to you, so you need to remember your password, but you should have that saved in your browser or somewhere safe. So they get 4 retries. If they don't get in those times, they're locked out for 20 minutes. That'll stop most hackers, and basically it increases in, well, basically in time until they get locked out for half a day. Sorry, for a day, and then the things reset after 12 hours. What you'll find if you, I find that box too scary, the email to admin, but you can do that, and you'll get notified when that's happened. But basically it does its job, and you don't really need to change in the defaults. Spam-free WordPress settings, again, the only thing you need to do, I've got a license key there, but if you haven't got that, there's a little thing appears in the bar at the top and says go off and get a license key. You need to do that with it. They don't spam you, they don't send you lots and lots of emails or anything like that. And pretty much, although that says needs attention, it doesn't. I don't really care about the stats on spam, as long as it's stopping most of it. So that's that plugin. WordPress database backup, yes, that does need a change, so that comes under one of those. Bear with me a second. I should actually read the bit there that says go to Tools Backup. Ignore all the tick boxes and things like that. Ignore the backup. Now go for scheduled backup, and I go for weekly. Not worried about, well, actually in that one I might be. So if there's other things that it could potentially include, it will offer to include them, but it's quite intelligent. And what that will do is just, once I've set it up, once a week it will send me a backup. As you can see, schedule backup options saved, and it will send everything, which means if all went wrong, if anything needed to happen with WordPress, if someone hacked the site or anything like that, I've got a fairly recent backup. If you're changing your site daily, then put it daily. If you're changing it more often, twice daily or even hourly. But weekly I find is usually okay, and then I go back to my inbox every now and then and clear out all the old copies, because you don't need the old copies, you just need the most recent. So we're working our way down the list. Got as far as database backups. We'll come on to the other three settings. We'll probably spend the whole of the next video on WordPress SEO, and then we'll cover the other two. So see you in the next video.